Welcome you all for personality development session 9. Well, why the personality should be well developed, it should be well matured, and what should be the outcome of such personality development? Yeah, could you make a guess? What is the need for developing the personality? What does it mean that developing a personality? A culture of leading a honorable life, serving the people around us, and giving the rich outcome. The outcome which is beneficial, which is useful for yourself and the people around you and the society at large. That's what is the personality development is for. Well, it starts with you. That means you need to produce a good outcome. Definitely, when you are a student, you are expected to have an academic outcome. So, when your personality is not generating, is not giving a good academic outcome, a productive output, definitely the personality has no meaning. So, we have to culture. So, academic outcome means so definitely you need to present yourself well. So, what is this presentation? Well, at least if you are in your schooling session or in your secondary schooling session, so you require a good presentation. Presentation means your oral skills, or it may be written communication or written skills, you can say. So, oral communication means you can be competent about how you deliver yourself. So, with all your efforts of whatever knowledge you have secured or assimilated or you got from various human resources, and the naturally you have learned from your experiences and the nature, that you are presenting in your most amicable, acceptable, usable format. Well, that is what is all about. The oral communication is all about. Yeah. And nextly, you have a written communication or written skills. So this presentation skills, and earlier also I made it very clear, you are going to be in the academic system for 2 decades, that is 20 years. And where you are expected to deliver your best in the examinations being conducted in these 2 decades. And definitely you require a good presentation skills. And I'll give a very simple example about presentation. Very simple. Now, you go to a hotel nearby. Let us say it is a simple hotel, a roadside hotel. You can say a typical words, it is a Kaka hotel. And you order for some dish like normally idlis, something like that. So he'll serve, so definitely a handful of idlis with nice chutneys and all these things, and he'll charge you some 30 or 40 bucks maximum. Now, you go to a 5-star hotel, a star-rated hotel, okay, and naturally, and you'll be given a lot of hospitality, and people will be bowing their head, and they'll be leading you to a table, and somebody will come and they'll give a menu, and you'll be picking up ultimately idli itself. So it's, it's very expensive, and they give 4-5, they serve idlis, and then they give a plate and a wrapper and that idlis, and they serve few things, and the flour also they keep if required, and ultimately they'll charge you so almost 500 bucks, for example. How do you feel? So what is the difference? Why the 450 extra is being charges is for presentation? I mean, try to understand. So how well you're presented is very important. So when you culture your personality, and see, there is a saying like 5% is what you have learned, 95% is how you react to the situations. Yes, even the most cultured and learned people, they react in an abominable way. They react in a very impulsive way. So very radical reactions you can observe in the society. Even the great learned people, they can't control their emotions. That means, are you matured? Is it a personality development? Think of. So you should know basically how to present yourself and what extent to present, how to present. So that is an art. So that is all about the presentation skills which you are expected to know in your academics. You know very well, like, see, students, the first and foremost thing in the presentation skills is board examination. Yeah, well, so you may be having different boards, like you got IB, International Baccalaureate, IGSC, like you got the ICSC, you got CBSE, you got state boards, and different state boards are there. West Bengal board, Orissa board, and different boards, Karnataka board. So many boards are there. Well, so a board is nothing but an affiliation. It has the syllabus, has a testing mechanism, or it has its own testing tools. Well, and up to schooling, that is up to 10th class, you are expected, mostly you are tested in the subject to formats or subject to patterns. Okay, and naturally there is a natural fine tuning. So like the way you pursue, the way you learn is just to present in a subject to examination. Well, see, students, particularly if a student is in 11th class or 12th class, the first examination you are going to write is the board examination. Before the competitive examinations, you are going to write the board examination. If you don't fare well in the board examination, definitely you'll be completely demotivated and deactivated, because this board examination outcome is going to cause a detrimental effect in the rest of the competitive examination which you are going to take. So in my career, I have seen hundreds of students where they are short of delivering their best in the board examination, and naturally, so the competitive, so the in the rest of the competitive examination, they could not concentrate, they disturbed emotionally, and they have not fared well, or they're not up to their expectation. Try to understand, students. So, and many students today, if you ask a feedback, like recently also I've sent a feedback forms, if you write the feedback, so have you satisfied so far in this 10 or 12 or 15 years of education so far? Have you satisfied? If not, why? If you give the options, because you're not never experienced the success. Okay, so if you give the options, definitely, so many students will opt because they have not tasted the success, they have not fared well in the examination. So that is going to impact very emotionally, and in the background they feel, I'm not a successful person, I am not competent, so I'm no more in the race. This kind of feeling they get. Why? Even they have subject, even they are intelligent. There are many students I know, they have good common sense, they know, they're very sharp in many things, but so they can't break. Academics is considered they are short of presentation. So ultimately what requires is the presentation skills. So presentation skills is a forerunner of your success, I can say. Yeah. So anyhow, let us concentrate on board examination. Where you're in the 7th class, 8th, 9th, 10th or 11th, so the first examination you're going to face is the board examination. Students, mind you, in the board examination, definitely you have 4 or 5 examinations, 5, 6 examinations will be there. So for example, with the schooling, you have science, you have social studies, you got a maths, you got many things, you got English and other things. Similarly, if it is an intermediate examination, you have maths, physics, chemistry, you got Sanskrit and English. If it is a BPC student, you have biology, you got physics, chemistry, Sanskrit and English. Try to understand, students. In this board examination also, the first examination is going to make a lot of difference, because if you don't fare well in the first examination, and rest of the examination is going to get affected. Try to understand, students. See, when you concentrate on board examination itself, so before board examination you are going to get the pre-board, before the pre-board examination you are going to get the weekend examinations. Try to understand, students. Many students, 90% of the students, they don't take the weekend examination pretty seriously. They don't take the pre-board examination very seriously, but they want to directly perform on the stage of board examination. So what I'm going to present the essence is, The first and foremost thing is, when there is no goal post, you can't play the basketball. Remember this. So every weekend, when you don't have a small target, like in the earlier examination, I have secured. So for example, you can take a new slide. For example, if you take a new slide here, for example, you got a weekend examination for 300 marks. And for example, you scored here, you scored around, for example, 150, 50% of the marks. Okay, this is week 1. Let us take this is week 1. And what about the week 2? Week 2. So here, out of 300, you have scored 150. So why can't you keep a target of at least 160, not more than that? That means just you have to answer 2 questions. So 2 into 4, 8 marks. So that means almost, so 2 to 3 questions you have to fade well than earlier. Okay. Now 50% of the questions you have not answered because of various reasons. There may be some unanswered questions or wrongly answered questions. There are some unanswered questions or wrongly answered questions. So is there any remedy or remedial protocol you employed? Any remedial measures you have taken? This you have to think. And what about the week 3? Week 3. Again for 300 marks, for example. Now, have you got 170? If not, so what are the, so basic, so are you adjudging yourself? Is there any, are you self-introspective? Try to understand, students. Very, very important. So don't try to perform directly on the stage. Do proper exercise, mental exercise. Be true to yourself. This is very important. Many students, because they fail short of, they are short of performance because of not taking the weekend examinations very seriously. They don't have the minor examinations or weekend examinations, so they don't have basic structured planning, unfortunately. Well, so let us see. Now, I am going to first of all try to assist you, serve you, okay, how to write yourself, how to write or how to present in the board examination. To your surprise, students, I got an opportunity to be a JNTU observer when I was associate professor, and I used to basically give the scripts to the examiners. Yeah. Now, see, students, if you see the evaluation sheet, for example, if you take, this is of intermediate, 11th class. 11th class, it may be 2 boards. It may be Board of Intermediate Education, or it may be CBSE board, or it may be even 10th and 9th class also. Have a look here. So, example I'll tell you. See, for example, you got, for example, any question paper you take. For example, let us take your physics, okay, physics question paper if you take. Physics question paper. So let us take, this paper is for 60 marks. Let us take it is for 60 marks. Let us assume is 60 marks. Now, for example, in your, for example, when you are writing examination, you fill almost, for example, 12 pages. Okay, 12 pages you fill, you have written the examination. Students, but do you know, the solution, the evaluation sheet, this is the evaluation sheet. The evaluation sheet offered to the teachers, it will be how many pages, do you know? This is page 1, page 2, maximum page 3. That's it. Only 3 pages they'll be giving. Yeah. So, in these 3 pages, their solutions are there. That means those solutions are called value points. Value points. That means, try to understand, student. In the board examination, every teacher who is acting as evaluator is going to get some bugs for every paper, maybe 15 or 12 to 15 or 20 also. That means, try to understand, students, you are going to write the examination in 3 hours. In 3 hours. Okay. So this examination you are writing after 1 year preparation. 1 year preparation you are going to write. Now, this is the examination you are going to write in 3 hours. And this is the evaluation. This evaluation is done by the examiner in 3 to 5 minutes. Try to understand. So that means you need to satisfy the examiner in 3 to 5 minutes. This is the basic crux of what I am going to present to you. So how to satisfy the examiner in 3 to 5 minutes? Because these 3 to 5 minutes he is going to, in the subconscious state, he is going to scan the 3 value points only. He is going to keep only value points which have been given in 3 pages. But unfortunately, you are writing 10 to 12 pages or 15 pages you are writing, taking a lot of additional seats, expecting I get marks. So try to understand, students. So value points, you should know value point. That means, right, so concentrated extract, not diluting your presentation. Fundamentally, any presentation, basically, it is having 3 parts. One is the introduction, body, and conclusion. So these are the 3 parts generally you find in any presentation. Introduction means you will be giving the brief description in the introduction of what it is. Okay. And now if you take the body, this is the body. Okay. In the body of the presentation, the question may demand, for example, a derivation, or a question may demand some structure, or question may demand some formula, or it may demand some illustration, or it may demand some reasoning, and so on. Try to understand, students. That means what it demands, that is the heart of it. So this particular body is nothing but heart of the presentation. It is the heart of the presentation. For example, if it is a 2-mark question, how to answer? If the same question is asked for 4 marks, how to answer? If the same question is asked for 8 marks question, how to answer? It requires exercise. It requires 3 things. What are the 3 things? So grammatical diction, and technical precision. So technically, so how sound you are, how well you are presented. Technical efficiency is very, very important. So when you are presenting, these 2 things are very important. So there is a lot of science associated with it in the presentation. So what is asked? So how to present effectively? Because you should know the value points. Examiner, so when he see the question, he is not going to bother about anything about the value points. He is going to scan whether those points are present or not. So he is going to focus on the value points only. This is very, very important. For example, students, you download the class 10th question papers which are available in the net. So, and evaluation sheets are posted there already by the board. You see how marks are given for that. So because the student is presenting only value points, it's not he is diluting in all sorts of ways. And similarly, now this is the introduction, this is the body, this is the introduction, and now conclusion. So conclusion. So these 3 things are there particularly in any subject to presentation or subject to pattern of examination. Students, mind you, so many students, even particularly in the pre-graduation, particularly, that is intermediate, students, they completely neglect the subjective way of thinking, subjective practice, and they try to master, they try to absorb everything in the last couple of months like January and February and try to put in their best, and naturally they fall short of presentation, and naturally that makes the parents very bewildering experience. Students, mind you, see, it is not important so how many hours you have read, it's not important. So how many hours you have read is not important. The quantity is not important. So what is important is, so examination oriented preparation. Yeah, try to understand. So how much CGPA, how much percentage or CGPA, so you are going to gain, that is the target. So that's pretty important, because ultimately throughout your life, in the 10th examination or 12th and all, in the certificate, this percentage will be stamped throughout your life. That's pretty important. Try to understand. See, you have to acquire knowledge, as well as you should know the art of presenting yourself in the examination. Next. So very important. So students, particularly parents and all, you should know how to take the service from the parents particularly. So usually, definitely every parent is going to make an attempt to help or assist the child in the best possible way, but out of familiarity we don't never listen to them. So daily they'll be guiding you. So because there is always an expectation from the child, my child should give their best in the examination, the best efforts and the best outcome they are expecting. Best efforts when you are at home, and best outcome when you write the examination. This is the minimum expectation of a parent, and definitely, and for that they are giving you all the time, so the right food, and they always try to make you relaxed. All the time they are giving emotional support. All the time they are telling you how to use the time. I mean, time management. I mean to say, your mother and father all the time are basically suggesting you don't go for virtual platforms all the time. You can play, you can watch the movie, and you can go out with your friends. Yeah, they're giving the time slots for you. Yeah, but you should know, again I'm telling you, life is not entertainment. Entertainment is a part of life. So mind you, students, so try to understand your parental support and try to reward them. So see, students, always you should know, so the mother or the father always are at your back. Okay, this gives an immense support. I have seen students, some students I have seen, father is not there. Some students have seen mother is not there. Some students both are not there. How fortunate you are, how fortunate you are, how fortunate you are. Mind you, students, they are giving such a wonderful emotional support, such a backing. They are giving wonderful comforts. You got a independent room, you got everything, set of books, whatever you want associated with academics, they'll give you in no time. They'll get you in no time. They're giving all liberty and freedom, okay, so to exercise, so for your best outcome. But unfortunately, so this, I mean, try to understand. You don't understand, they are the backbone. They are your heart, basically. They are heart of your life. But it's a superficial understanding. But if you are matured, you understand the magic of behind it. Now, students, nowadays, my understanding goes, parents are more stressful than students. Yes, the parents are more stressful. I have seen parents, they are moving all around the city to find the best education institution. Yeah, they are moving all around to give the best study material for the students. Yeah, they are moving all around to give the best counseling to the students. Try to understand, students. So they are more stressful. Because why they are more stressful? Because you are not perfectly disciplined, properly, you are not well cultured. Okay, you don't know how to make use of the time slots, how to have a good activity management or a time management. These are some of the reasons. So when they look at you, the stress is getting escalated. So it is getting hyped. Try to understand. So it is up to you, basically. So how to relieve, earlier also I conveyed to you, how to produce a healing effect to their hearts. This is pretty important, students. Now, well. Now I'm going to talk about particularly competitive presentation. Okay, like subject to presentation, I conveyed to you how to have a subject to presentation, how to have a subject to preparation. Now I'm going to take you to how to present well in the objective pattern or in the competitive examinations. And you know very well, many students, particularly engineering students, are going to write almost 30 to 35 competitive examinations. So I talked about the preparation part. Now presentation part, let us see. First of all, so before understanding how to present yourself, you should know the what is the volume of competition to face. Okay, now definitely for a NEET examination, national eligibility cum entrance test, so this is the situation. So there are almost students, 52,720 seats are there. Okay, so how many MBBS colleges are there? 532 MBBS colleges are there. So, and similarly BDS colleges will be 313, and AIMS will be 1207, AIMS and JEPMER will be 200. This is the intake of total intake, particularly in medical colleges, and you know very well. And being a medico is the most honorable thing, and you know it's the greatest challenge. So NEET examination is the greatest challenge, and it's a great privilege to be a doctor or to become a doctor. And naturally, when you are putting the efforts, that is also a great privilege. Okay, because I'll tell you something else. So I'll work out something else for you. For example, in this there are A category, B category, C category seats are there. A category's fees is almost 10,000 roughly. That's it, nothing more. B category seat is rupees 12 lakhs. C category seat is almost 1 crore. Okay, 1 crore, 100 lakhs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100 lakhs, 1 crore. Okay, this is 12 lakhs. And this is per year only I'm speaking. This is per year. Try to understand, students. Mind you. Now my question is here, see, if you get a category seat, you can complete in 4 years, it will be 40,000. You can complete your course. This is a government colleges. Now in the B category into 4, you can complete around 50 lakhs. You can complete. Okay. In the C category, 1 crore initially and remaining will be 12 lakhs. It will be roughly around 1.5 crore. Try to understand, students. Now my question is, see, for example, if you get a category seat, how much you are saving? How much you are saving? Almost you are saving 1.5 crore. That means you have 24 months. I'll tell you. Very interesting. You have 24 months. Okay. And in 24 months, 1.5 crore you are saving. Right? 2 years. That means every month how much you are saving? Almost you are saving 8 lakhs. That means 1 month 8 lakhs is your salary. Try to understand. That is the beauty of it. That means every day how much you are saving? If 1 month is 8 lakhs, every day how much? So that means every minute is how much? This is what is maturity is all about. For example, you got a B category seat. B category. In the B category seat, you are spending almost 50 lakhs for 5 years. Sorry, it is I calculated for 4 years. 5 years it will be 60 lakhs almost. Okay, let us take 60 lakhs. MBBS is for 5 years. I'm sorry for that. So 60 lakhs let us take. I have given less figure, 60 lakhs. Okay. Now that means in 60 lakhs is the fees. Now you have 2 years time for preparation, right? So now you are going to, if you get a category seat, you are going to save 60 lakhs. Try to understand, students. That means in 1 year, so that means you are spending 30 lakhs. Try to understand. That means every month almost it is almost 1.5 lakhs, roughly 1.5 lakhs you are saving. Try to understand. That means 1.5 lakhs you are going to get the salary when you get a category seat. Try to understand. And even 8 lakhs you are getting. For example, if you get a C category seat, that means you are paying almost 1.5 crore. When you get a B category seat, you are spending 60 lakhs. So, and when you get a category seat, then you are spending only 50,000 for 5 years. I hope you got enough enlightenment. Okay, like it is a saving only for your father, or else you make your father to work like a donkey from dawn to dusk to amass lot of wealth and pay NRA seat for a crore. Very important, students. Yeah. So this is all about the NEET examination. Already I conveyed to you. These are the medical colleges. These are the seats. So almost 75,000 seats we have, and dental colleges you have 313, and BDS seats you have almost 30,000 seats are there. So you should know, like you should be in that one among that 75,000. Yes, that should be the target. How to be one among them? That should be the target all the time. But unfortunately, so how to play a virtual, how to be in the virtual platform, so how to be freaky, so how to be complacent all the time, that's not our goal, students. And you can see definitely the statistics. So I think I have the statistics also. If I have, I'll present you. So yeah, NEET statistics. I'll give you next time. I have the NEET statistics also. Like for example, how many students have appeared. Earlier also I presented almost 14 lakh students have appeared for the NEET examination. So try to understand, students. But you should be one among 75,000. So only 4% of the students will be getting the will be having a stethoscope. Try to understand. Yeah. Next about, are you preparing for IIT JEE? Well, yeah. Now if you are preparing for IIT JEE, what you have to do? Like, again you have to calculate the fees. Okay. The fee structures in BITS. BITS is having 4 centers. One is at Pilani, one is at Goa, one is at Hyderabad, and is at Dubai. Okay. Its fee structure is different from NITs. Its fee structure is different from IIITs, and its fee structure is different from IITs. And the fee structure in deemed universities is far different. So if you want to pursue engineering, you are going to become a big savings to your father and mother, or you are going to become a burden or a big liability. Just definitely they have to make you stable in academics. So by keeping the gold in debt, or selling the land or something, so beg, borrow, or steal, somehow they'll pay. Try to understand, students. Yeah. Next, this is the situation. Now, earlier also I presented, and it's worth presenting all the time. So 2019, how many students? Almost 12 lakh students appeared for the JEE examination. JEE, this is a JEE main registration statistics which I got from the site. Try to understand. So you can see almost every year, you can see around 12 lakh students are appearing for the examination. Okay, and among the 12 lakh, 2 lakh students will be qualifying for JEE advanced examination. So will you be in the 2 lakh students? In these 2 lakh students also, only 10,000 students will be getting into IIT, in IIT. Okay, and almost some 35,000 students will be in NITs. So almost some 10,000 students will be in IIITs. So almost some 3,000 students, 3 to 4,000 students will be in BITS. Okay. Now IASCR also is there. Some IASCRs almost around some 3,000 students will be there. And similarly IAST around some 400 students will be there. Yeah. Try to understand, students. So where you want to be? Where you want to be? You want to be in the local college, or you want to go for a 3-year degree course? Choose, please, choose. So unless there is a seriousness, internal seriousness, you are presenting. What you are presenting for? So you are expecting me to talk about presentation skills. But what you speak of presentation skills when there is no proper aspiration to reach out there? Think of, students. Think of. So nextly, these are the main cutoffs. You can see, students, these are the cutoff marks. Okay, and cutoff marks will not help you. See, for example, you got a pass mark. Out of 100, you got 41%. What is the use? So you should have a rank getting score, or you need to have for example, you can see the scores I'm showing you here. See, out of 360, now it is for 300 marks, mains examination. Earlier it was for, that's why I've given up to 2018. So if you get 200, so out of 360, 180 is 50%. This is 50%. Okay. And if you get 9150, that means 50% marks. If you get 9150 means 100% you'll be getting into NITs and triple ITs. There is no doubt about it. No doubt. It is even for general category or any other category. Yeah, try to understand. So try to understand, students. Any rank in between less than 15,000, okay, sure, you'll be getting a good NIT and good triple IT. Try to understand. With 50% marks, try to understand. That's why parents and students should not get disheartened unnecessarily. If you get 50% in the weekend examination, why the parents and students are getting disheartened? And why you feel it is very tough? This I want you to ponder and to think about it very, very seriously. So don't get disheartened. 50% is a very good score, particularly competitive examination. 50% is a very bad score if it is a subjective examination or a board examination. So I hope you realize what I am conveying. So even it is a 50 to 60%, it is considered as a very good score in objective examination. Okay, try to understand, students. I hope so you understood so the basic importance of so getting a good score in respect to engineering and medical portals. So in the next session, I'm going to present you how to present yourself in the objective pattern of examinations. So thanks for bearing. Have a good day.